For nearly 150 years, Elmhurst College prepared students for lives of meaning and success. Today, as Elmhurst University, we're carrying on that proud legacy. A beautiful campus just 30 minutes from downtown Chicago. Small classes where you'll get to know your professors. And top-ranked majors and graduate programs that will open the door to the career of your dreams. As we celebrate a new name for our institution in an ever-changing world, our values and spirit remain the same. Welcome to Elmhurst University.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to beautiful Langhorst Field here on the campus of Elmhurst University as we bring you Blue Jay Lacrosse tonight. Head coach Maria Trevino and her Blue Jays trying to get that elusive first win of the season as they take on CCIW conference foe, the Augustana Vikings. And a very pleasant good evening, everyone. My name is Mark Kruger. So glad to have you logged on to BlueJayTV.com. The Blue Jays 0-10 on the season. This is the final game of the season for the Blue Jays, 0-4 in the CCIW. Meanwhile, the Augustana Vikings come in with a record of 5-7 overall. The Vikings also are 0-4 in the CCIW. So someone tonight is going to get their first conference win of the season. Blue Jays are coming off of a tough loss on Monday night when they went down to Bloomington and lost to Illinois Wesleyan. 22-4 was the final in that game. Meanwhile, Augustana on Saturday lost to North Central at home. 15-8 was the final in that one. The Vikings coming in with a 4-game losing skid. Tough situation for the Blue Jays tonight. They are without several players. Karina Salmon, sophomore goalkeeper. Gracie Eastman, sophomore midfielder. She's the leading scorer for the Blue Jays. Also, Marissa Masato is out. She will not play, the junior midfielder. Now, the Blue Jays did get Isabella Roten. She's a sophomore attacker from Chicago, went to Paul College Prep. She will be playing. She will be wearing number 7. But the Blue Jays are going to be playing with 11 players. A full team is 12, so they are going to be one short. And obviously they will not have a bench, so it's going to be a tough situation for the Blue Jays, especially offensively when you're playing shorthanded, number one. And number two, you're out your starting leading scorer in Gracie Eastman. Eastman with 15 goals on the year to lead the Blue Jays. Andrea Mertland is in second in that category. She's got 9 goals. She had 3 of the 4 Blue Jays goals on Monday night against Illinois Wesleyan. Jack Vanoni had the other goal for the Blue Jays. Meanwhile, for the Augustana College Vikings, and the head coach C.J. Holder in her 7th year as the head coach, Kyla Painter, Claire Kim, 2 mids. Painter is a sophomore, Kim is a senior. Rachel Wiley is a freshman defenseman. Carly Borsch, sophomore defenseman. Cassidy Petrie is a senior attacker. Liz Goldcamp is a sophomore attacker. Narita Lambert, a junior attacker. Ariadna Escobar is a freshman defenseman. Madison Languish is a freshman midfielder. Languish has 32 goals on the year. Rachel Foreman, the senior goalkeeper. Kendall Falanowitz is a freshman defenseman. And Melanie Wiegman is a senior defenseman. The starting lineup for the Augustana Vikings. Augustana averaging 11 goals per game. The Blue Jays 3.2 goals per per contest. Dave Mattis and Mandolin Scheel are your two officials for tonight's CCIW matchup. And we are just about ready to get things underway. It is a gorgeous 49 degrees, the start of this game. Slight breeze, about 6 to 8 miles per hour, but under sunny skies, the lights are on here at Langhorse Field, not taking full effect, probably for about another hour or so. And the opening draw control is won by the Augustana Vikings. So off we go. We're off and running here in Elmhurst. Ball down to the ground, scooped up by Kyla Painter, the sophomore. Should mention in goal for the Blue Jays, Savannah Sanis. Her and Karina Salmon have been splitting time in goal. Sanis, though, has 8 more minutes in goal this season than Salmon does. Nice little spin move in the crease area there, but Claire Kim couldn't break free to get the shot. Lambert now shoves it, and the ball is on the ground, and it's now behind the cage, picked up by Languish. Languish is just a freshman. Makes her move into the crease area, fades, and takes the shot, and it's a little bit high. For the Vikings, they've got 3 different players with 32 or 33 goals. Elena Bouchard has 33. Cassidy Petrie has 32. And Madison Languish, the young lady who just shot the attempted goal there, she has 32 goals. Here is Languish, just the freshman, down on the ground. And this ball is going to be, well, Rosita Hepperly almost had it but lost it, and now it's into the possession of the Blue Jays. This is Kendall Sheppy. She lost control of it. Now it's Augustana the other way. Melanie Wiegman passes it off, far side, ball down on the ground. Michaela Armstrong couldn't quite pick it up, but Hepperly does, and now she drops it down on the ground. Get it to Kim, Claire, and a whistle. And the ball is going to be turned over to the Blue Jays, it looks like. Well, let's see here. Looks like the Vikings are setting up behind the cage. Okay, we're going to have an 8-meter situation here. Free shot here by Claire Kim. There's the whistle, and Kim gets it in for the goal. For Claire Kim, her 24th goal of the season. And she gets the scoring underway here with 13 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in the opening period. 1-0 in favor of the Vikings. And again, remember the Blue Jays are playing with just 11 players, so they're down 1 throughout the entire game. So Claire Kim gets the scoring underway. She's a senior, a midfielder out of Mundelein. Went to Mundelein High School. And now on the draw control, it's Madison Languish going up against Andrea Mertland. Vikings won the opening draw control of the game. Here's the second one. Boy, finally we've got some gorgeous weather here tonight. The last couple of weeks have been brutal, to say the least. Languish picks it up, and the Vikings win the draw control with the rain and hail the last couple of weeks. Another shot. That one is way high. Shot attempted by Cassidy Petrie, the senior attacker. Cassidy with 32 goals on the year. So some pretty decent balance for the Augustana Vikings. As I mentioned, Augustana averaging 11 goals per contest. On average, they're allowing over 13 goals. Elmhurst allowing over 17 goals on average. Another free shot here for the Vikings. Up 1-0 here. Petrie comes up and takes a shot and scores. So the goal by Cassidy Petrie, the senior attacker, local product out of Naperville North High School. And that's her 33rd goal of the year. It's 2-0.
Augustana goal scored by overtime, Cassidy Petrie.
Comes with 12 minutes and 59 seconds left to play here in the opening period. So 2 goals from Augustana, 1 from Claire Kim, and 1 from Cassidy Petrie. A lot of local product on this Augustana roster. Liz Goldcamp is from Glenbrook North. Narita Lambert is from West Aurora. Rachel Foreman, the goalkeeper, a St. Charles North product. And the Blue Jays win this draw control. Over here on the near wing, making the spin move, is Jack Vanoni. They get it now to Sheppy. Kendall takes the shot and the save by Rachel Foreman. So the Blue Jays got a good look at it, but Foreman with the save, and now the Blue Jays pick it up around midfield, and they'll have another opportunity here. Hepperly drops it, however, on the ground, and it's still not possessed. Coming over, trying to help Isabella Roten, the newest member of the Blue Jay team, even though it's just for this one game. But I'm sure the Blue Jays and interim head coach Maria Trevino appreciates her coming out on the field here for this one game. She apparently is a member of the Blue Jay bowling team. So we thank Isabella Roten for coming out and giving it her all here against Augustana tonight. Now we've got a whistle, and a yellow card is going to be presented here with 12:02 left here in the opening period. It looks like it's going to be against Kendall Sheppy. Boy, oh boy. So the Blue Jays starting with just 11 players, and now Sheppy with the yellow card. Now the Blue Jays are down to just 10. And so a 2-person up situation here for Augustana. Liz Goldcamp, number 11, will restart it here for Augustana. Goldcamp trying to pass it forward to Painter, but it's down on the ground, and it's going to be picked up by Elmhurst. That's Cassandra Perez, the senior. Here's Mertland. Again, Mertland with the 3 goals on Monday night against Illinois Wesleyan. See if she can break free, which she does. Oh, but she dropped it down on the turf, and it's covered up by Rachel Foreman. Man, that's tough. Blue Jays had an opportunity down to score. Here's Painter now with the ball for the Vikings. Again, leading by 2, and virtually a 2-person up situation here. Petrie dropped it on the ground, tried to scoop it up. She could not, but she got it right back. Petrie spins. Boy, she's determined to take the shot, but she gives it off to Kim. Painter passes it behind the cage to Lambert. Lambert flips it up. Nice catch by Kim, and a whistle. And it's going to be a free position here for Claire. Is it Claire Kim? Yeah. Yep. Chance for Kim to score her 2nd goal of the night. There's a whistle. Kim comes in, hit off the post, it looked like, rolls back out to the point area, and now a push, and the ball will be rewarded to the Blue Jays. Vanoni has it. Gets it across midfield on the sprint. Pressure from behind. Vanoni does a nice job of possessing. Passes it to Sheppy. Sheppy is back in, so the Blue Jays now have 11 players. Sheppy takes the shot. Another save by Rachel Foreman. Sheppy goes down to her knees and pops right back up. Looks like a whistle, and it's going to be a free position deal here. Looks like it's going to be Kendall Sheppy now with a great chance for the Blue Jays to get on the board here. Trailing 2-0. There's the whistle, Sheppy, and that goes wide to the left. Still 2-0 Augustana, 10:23 remaining here in the opening period. Mark Kruger along with Ashley Liljeberg, we thank you for logging on to BlueJayTV.com. Final game of the season for the Blue Jays women's lacrosse team. This Augustana team will have one more game this Saturday up in Waukesha against Carroll. It'll be at 2 o'clock. Opening draw control, Augustana against Carroll. Carroll having kind of a surprise year this year. The Pioneers are undefeated at 4-0, as that shot by Vanoni is low and to the left. Carroll has a huge game tonight. They are at the University of Chicago, as that game will probably be for the CCIW Conference Championship. Both teams are 4-0 in the league. Carroll at the University of Chicago tonight. Ball yet to be possessed here. And it's finally picked up there by Perez. Cassandra passes it off to Sheppy. Sheppy down on the ground. Lost it. We got a whistle. And it looks like there was some contact by Sheppy. And so the ball goes to Augustana. Rachel Wiley on the restart. Gets it to midfield. This is Languish with the spin. And she moves forward against Hepperly. And Languish will get pushed behind the cage. And now she'll walk in a few steps, retreat, pass it off to Kim. Claire Kim has the first Augustana goal of the night. Petrie has the other goal for the Vikings. Here's Kim. Splits a couple of Blue Jay defenders, picks it up off the ground. Trying to break free. Oh, it hits the right up post, right back into the stick of Kim. And Augustana repossesses here. Fortunate for Claire Kim as she took the shot. It hit the right up post, and it bounced right back into her stick. Vikings in the traveling navy blue jerseys with the gold numbers and the gold trim along the side. The Blue Jays in the home white with the Columbia blue numbers. The word Elmhurst across the chest of the Blue Jay players. And that ball is down on the ground, and it's going to be picked up by Sanis. Sheppy trying to get control of it, and she finally does on the far wing. Throws it ahead, and now the Blue Jay, well, look, Vanoni had it on the ground, and now she finally picks it up. And she'll bring it over here to the near wing. Makes the spin. And passes it off here. 2-0 Augustana. Just over 7 minutes remaining here in this opening period. Again, the Blue Jays starting this game with just 11 players. So Augustana has the one-player advantage throughout this entire game. Of course, that means the Blue Jays do not have any bench players. So all 11 are going to have to play every minute here tonight. Steal. Good anticipation that time by Narita Lambert of the Vikings, and she comes straight up the middle here now. Chance for the Vikings to add to their 2-goal advantage here. Lambert getting pushed and shoved by Perez, and now finally gives it up here to Painter. Painter stops into the crease area, takes the shot, and scores. Kyla Painter, the sophomore mid, 5'1" from Wildomar, California, gets the goal for the Vikings, and it's now 3-0. Take another look at it here. You'll see Kyla. The move right there into the crease area. Shoots kind of off balance, but it got by Sanis for the third goal of the night for Augustana. It comes with 6 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in this opening period. Mertlin and Languish on the draw control, and it's won by the Vikings. Scooping it up, Cassidy Petrie. Petrie on the move against Tepperley. Petrie with the pass. It's down on the ground. It's picked up by Augustana. The shot and the save by Sanis. Sanis trying to outlet it here to Sheppy. Kendall couldn't quite handle the pass. It's still in play here, and there's the whistle, and the ball is going to go to Augustana. It'll be Narita Lambert on the restart here for Augustana. Lambert gives it off to Kim. Kim passes it, and it's actually stolen by Sheppy. But Sheppy puts it down on the ground. Nobody in possession of it yet. And nobody still. A couple of players down on their knees. And now it's scooped up by Painter. So Augustana in possession of it here. 5:23 to play. New shot clock for the Vikings. Kim with a nice flash into the crease area, and she shoots and scores. Claire Kim with her second goal of the night. It is her 25th goal of the season. And it's 4-0 Augustana with 5:17 left to play here in this first period. As I mentioned, Carroll and Chicago playing against each other. Timeout here on the field, by the way, with 5:17 to go. So Carroll and Chicago, University of Chicago, both 4-0. Both of those teams are playing each other tonight. That's the only other game in the CCIW. Illinois Wesleyan and Carthage are both 3-2 in the league. North Central is 2-3. And these two teams playing here tonight, Augustana and Elmhurst, have yet to win a CCIW battle. The Blue Jays a year ago went 1-12 and 0-6 in the conference. Augustana last year went 5-9 and 1-5 in the CCIW. By the way, this is the 8th meeting in the history between these two teams. Augustana has won all of the 7 previous meetings. Last year, here at Langhorst Field, the Vikings defeated Elmhurst by a score of 20-12. That was the game in which Gracie Eastman scored 6 goals. She scored 6 goals this year as well against Franklin here at home in a 20-11 loss to Franklin. But again, Gracie Eastman is not playing for the Blue Jays here tonight. Eastman had 6 goals last year against Augustana. Gabby Castillo had 4 goals. Lindsay Novak had a goal, and Katie Shanatsky had a goal as well for the Blue Jays. Cassidy Petrie had 4 goals for Augustana in that game, and Claire Kim had the hat trick. She had 3 goals for Augustana last year here at Langhorst Field. The closest, by the way, the Blue Jays have gotten to beating Augustana was in April of 2018 up in Rock Island when Augustana won 16-9. So after the timeout here, there's 5:17 remaining here in the opening period. It is 4-0 in favor of Augustana. Claire Kim has 2 goals. Cassidy Petrie has a goal, and Kyla Painter has a goal for the Vikings. So Mertland and Languish on the draw control here, and it's won by Augustana. Here's Cassidy Petrie, the Naperville North product, bringing it up, cradling it nicely, passing it off, and the ball goes down on the ground. But tracking it down and scooping it off the turf is Narita Lambert. Lambert gets it to Kim. Claire going to work it behind the net to Languish. And now they're bringing it out on the far side here. Petrie. Petrie makes the move, takes the shot, and scores. Second goal of the night for Petrie. Comes unassisted, and it's now 5-0 in favor of Augustana. 4:31 remaining in the opening period. Goal number 34 on the year for Cassidy Petrie. Petrie coming into this game leads the team in shots with 82. Madison Languish leads the team in ground balls with 45. Petrie has 32 ground balls coming into this game. Should have given you the numbers on Rachel Foreman, the goalkeeper for Augustana. She's had 160 goals go by her. Goals against average 13.16. She's had 134 saves in the 12 games that she was in goal. Save percentage of .456 for Foreman. The near wing here is Sheppy. Sheppy trying to break free in the crease area, instead passes it off to Mertland. Mertland now to Venoni. Jack dropped it on the ground, a whistle, and so it'll be Venoni on the restart here. Passes it to Mertland. Sheppy. Moving, now she fades back. 43 on the shot clock. Mertland at the point. Mertland's still looking. Not a lot of movement offensively here for the Blue Jays. Shot clock is down to 20 now. Mertland passes it off to Sheppy. Sheppy pivots. Takes the shot and the save by Foreman with the shot clock winding down. Foreman with the attended pass ahead. It's picked off by Perez. And so the Blue Jays have it again. Here's Venoni now at the point. Gives it to Mertland. Mertland trying to work around a screen. Bumps into her Sheppy. And she'll retreat and they'll set up the offense here. 2:43 left here in the opening period. Here is Venoni. 5-0 in favor of Augustana here. Blue Jays, though, have been playing tough. Again, they're starting with just 11 players. Mertland takes the shot, and it's wide, low, and to the left. They'll retain possession of it. Isabella Roten scooped it up. Now it's Venoni, and she'll come to the point area and flip it to Mertland. Mertland does not use a Sheppy screen. Pivots, gets into the crease area, lost it though on the turf. Sheppy trying to pick it up, and she does. Shot clock at 30. Sheppy takes the shot, and another save. Or did it get through? It is a goal. It looked like Foreman was going to have the save, but then it went through. So Kendall Sheppy will get the goal here. Take another look at it here. You'll see Sheppy as she kind of rolls to her right and takes the shot. Foreman, I thought she had it there, but it did not. It got by her. So Sheppy gets the goal here for the Blue Jays. Her 4th goal of the season. And the Blue Jays are on the board here tonight. It's 5-1. Nice job by Kendall for breaking free. The defender was right on her left shoulder. But she made a nice move and got it by Foreman for the first goal of the night for the Blue Jays. Let's see if they can add to that here. And the draw control won by Madison Languish and the Vikings. 5-1 Augie here with 1:48 remaining here in the opening frame. Pass into the crease area, knocked away, and into the stick of MC Brown. MC with those long legs pivots, tried to get it to her basketball teammate Sheppy, but they turn it over. And now it's Kendall Fulanowitz. And ultimately it's going to be picked up by number 21, Melanie Wiegman, a senior defenseman. Looks like she will jog it behind the cage here for Augie as the Vikings set up their offense. Wiegman comes around to the far wing area, gives it off to Petrie. Under a minute remaining here in this opening period. Now it's Kim in possession. Kim with a pass in the crease area. It's down on the ground. Hepperly tried to spin and give it to Sanis, and Sanis ultimately picks it up off the ground. It'll be Blue Jay ball here. Sanis, just a freshman from Corona, California, outlets it on the far wing as the Blue Jays move it forward. Trying to get it across midfield. And now they do. They pass it to Vanoni. Vanoni weaves out of traffic here to the near wing, now pivots. Vanoni still in possession. Shot, and it will go behind the cage. It'll be a restart here. Isabella Roten will scoop it up and restart it here for the Blue Jays. To Vanoni. Vanoni guarded defensively by Rachel Wiley. And that pass is a bit high, and it's going to roll out of bounds, and that will end the opening period here at Langhorse Field. So we'll take a break here. Augustana leading it by a score of 5-1 as you are logged on to BlueJayTV.com.
At the end of the first quarter, Augustana 5, Elmhurst 1.
You just might end up making the world a better place. But first, you have to discover who you are and what you can learn from others. To do that, you have to seek out teachers and mentors who will help you identify your goals and challenge you to go after them. Before you can do that, you have to find a community that welcomes and supports you. A place where you can learn. A place where you can thrive. Before you can do that, you must have motivation and desire to improve your mind, your soul, your circumstances. To ignite that desire, you must find your potential. We'll help you discover your potential once you discover us. Elmhurst University.
For nearly 150 years, Elmhurst College prepared students for lives of meaning and success. Today, as Elmhurst University, we're carrying on that proud legacy. A beautiful campus just 30 minutes from downtown Chicago. Small classes where you'll get to know your professors. And top-ranked majors and graduate programs that will open the door to the career of your dreams. As we celebrate a new name for our institution in an ever-changing world, our values and spirit remain the same. Welcome to Elmhurst University.
Welcome back to Langhorst Field here on the campus of Elmhurst University. 5-1 Augustana over Elmhurst women's lacrosse at the end of the first period. 2 goals in that opening period by Augustana's Claire Kim. Cassidy Petrie had a goal. Kyla Painter had a goal. Petrie actually had 2 goals as well. So 2 goals by Petrie, 2 goals by Kim. 1 goal by Kyla Painter. It was 5-0. But with 1:56 to go in the opening period, it was Kendall Sheppy, sophomore from Lebanon, Illinois, went to O'Fallon Township, scored her 4th goal of the year, and the Blue Jays are on the board. So it's 5-1 here as we settle in for the second period. Mark Kruger, glad you're with us for Blue Jay Lacrosse. Mertland and Languish on the draw control here to start the second period. And the ball scooped up nicely by Mertland as the Blue Jays win that draw control. Here's Mertland weaving through Viking defenders. Flips it off to Vanoni. Vanoni takes the shot. And did it get through? Yes. So a goal by Jack Vanoni for Jack, goal number 5 on the year. So back-to-back Blue Jay goals. Let's take another look at it here. You'll see Vanoni. Vanoni veering to her right, takes the shot, and it just it went over the left shoulder of Foreman. So back-to-back Blue Jay goals. Sheppy with a goal at the end of the first period, and now Vanoni with a goal at the beginning of the second period. And the Blue Jays are within 3. 5-2, Augustana. See if Mertland can win another draw control here for the Blue Jays, and she cannot. Languish picks it up out of the air, and here comes Augustana on the attack, leading by 3, 5-2. Again, final game of the year for the Blue Jays. Augustana will have one more game Saturday up in Waukesha against Carroll. And the Vikings come back and answer with a goal by Madison Languish, the freshman mid. 6-2, Augustana. So it comes just 23 seconds after Vanoni scoring a goal for the Blue Jays. Here you see it. So for Madison, it is her 33rd goal of the year. So she now is in a virtual tie with Elena Bouchard for the team lead in goals scored with 33. And this draw control, well, now we got a whistle, and who's the ball? Who's going to get possession of the ball? It's going to go to the Blue Jays. Vanoni with it, guarded by Petrie. Just logged on. It is 6-2 in favor of Augustana. Augie scoring the first 5 goals of this game, led 5-0, but then the Blue Jays scoring 2 goals, one by Sheppy, one by Vanoni. Here's Sheppy in for the attempted goal, the save that time by Foreman. So the back-to-back Blue Jay goals by Sheppy and Vanoni. So the Blue Jays were trailing 5-2, but just a moment ago, Madison Languish scoring a goal for Augustana. So it's now 6-2, Vikings with the lead. Both of these two teams looking for their very first CCIW win of the year. Elmhurst just simply looking for their first win of the season. Elmhurst comes in 0-10, Augie 5-7 overall. You can see the shadows now on Langhorst Field as the sun beginning to set. Lights are on here at Langhorst Field. Here's Petrie now at the point. Petrie has a couple of goals for the Vikings tonight. Ball is down. Blue Jays trying to scoop it up off the turf. Whole lot of traffic in the crease area, and now it's finally skipped out of there to the goalkeeper, Sanis. Savannah trying to outlet it here to the near side. Ultimately gets into the hands of MC Brown. MC with a quick sprint ahead. Flips it ahead to Sheppy, her basketball teammate. Sheppy makes the move into the middle. She's guarded by Lambert. Sheppy still in possession. Pivots, has a good look at it, and a save off of the bounce by the goalkeeper, Rachel Foreman. Good sprint, good move that time by Sheppy, just couldn't finish it. Foreman now looking for an outlet, intended for Petrie. The ball is down in the ground, and it's going to be, well, it was picked up by Sheppy, but a whistle and a foul against the Blue Jays, so it'll be Augie ball. Petrie will restart it for Augustana. She flips it off to Painter. Kyla gets across midfield on the dead sprint. Still sprinting. Nobody coming up to defend her. Painter makes the move. Now flips it off to her teammate Languish. Back up to the point to Painter. The Vikings work it behind the cage. Up top now to Petrie as she tries to pick it off the ground. Instead, it's Kim who shovels it to Petrie. Petrie with a nice spin move, I should say. Good defense by the Blue Jays. Now it's Wiegman. And Petrie ultimately picks it up off the turf. Gives it to Painter. 5 seconds on the shot clock now. Not sure if Painter realizes it. She shovels it, and that's a shot clock violation. So good job defensively by the Blue Jays. 10:34 left here in the first half. Sheppy passes it ahead here now to Mertland. Andrea gets across midfield. Well, she tried to flip it to Vanoni, and Vanoni's going to have to pick it off the turf. As the Blue Jays settle up offensively here. Vanoni to Sheppy. Oh, Sheppy had a wide open look at it, but she dropped the ball. And it's still down on the ground. She finally possesses it now. Sheppy to the point area to Mertland. Again, Andrea had 3 goals Monday night against Illinois Wesleyan. See if she can be a little bit more aggressive offensively and get her involved. She's in the crease area now. They tried to get it to her, but it was a bad pass. Taking the shot, Kozlovich. Down on the ground, it's picked up by Rachel Wiley of Augie. Wiley sprinting down on the far sideline. Good pressure defensively. Ball goes out of bounds to the Vikings here. Hey, congratulations to the Blue Jays men's lacrosse team with an impressive win last Saturday up in Waukesha, knocking off Carroll 21-1. How about that? The Blue Jays won 24 of the 25 face-offs in that game. Final game of the regular season for the men's team will be on Saturday when they head south to Lexington, Kentucky to take on Transylvania University. Final regular season game of the year for the men's team this Saturday down in Lexington, Kentucky against Transylvania. A bit of a push. So a yellow looks like will be rewarded to Rosita Hepperly, one of the 2 seniors. So Rosita is going to jog off the field, and so technically Augie will have a 2-person up situation here. Hepperly, one of the 2 seniors on this Blue Jays team, the other Cassandra Perez. And so Augustana now with a golden opportunity to add to its 4-goal lead here. Petrie brings it back out to Kim. Now it's Languish to Kim. Kim, it hits the crossbar and bounces out near the 30-yard line, if you will. Petrie scoops it up. Petrie, checked by Sheppy. Petrie splits a couple of Blue Jay defenders, passes it out, ball down on the ground, and it's going to be picked up by Narita Lambert. Lambert makes a beautiful move into the crease area, shoots and scores. Beautiful move by Lambert. And it's now 7-2 in favor of Augustana. Take a look. Here's Lambert. She makes her move right now. now as she splits the defenders there, gets into the crease and gets it by Sanis. So now it's back to a 5-goal advantage for Augustana. Vikings led 5-0 to start the game, and now they're back to that 5-goal advantage, 7-2 after the Blue Jays scored 2 straight goals. Narita Lambert is a junior out of Aurora, went to West Aurora High School, former Blackhawk. So it's Mertland and Languish on the draw control here with 5:54 left to play here in the first half. And the draw control going to be won. Can Mertland scoop it up? Nobody has possessed it yet. Now it's finally Languish. And Augustana will win that draw control. The light's not taking full effect just yet. Get that probably early on in the second half. Game time temperature, a very comfortable 49 degrees. Not much wind to speak of. Petrie now making the move and retreats. Pass is down on the ground, and it's going to be smothered and finally scooped up by Sanis, the goalkeeper for the Blue Jays. Sanis outlet. Ooh, a high pass intended for MC Brown. So a turnover for the Blue Jays deep in their territory. Sanis pointing to herself as if to say, that's my fault. So an unforced turnover, and now Augustana. The Vikings with an opportunity. Languish will jog it behind the cage here. It is 7-2. Augustana with the lead. The Vikings trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. 4 straight losses against 4 CCIW opponents. Wesleyan, Carthage, University of Chicago, and North Central. This is a very, very tough league, man. Preseason coaches poll favorites. University of Chicago. And as I mentioned, as that ball gets by Sanis, it's going to be another goal for Augustana. It's now 8-2. Here's a replay of it. Petrie scoring her 3rd goal of the night, so she has the hat trick. For Petrie, it's her 35th goal of the season. She is now the team leader in goals scored. 6:13 remaining in the first half. It's 8-2 Augustana. The Vikings enjoying their biggest lead of the night. But as I mentioned earlier, the University of Chicago preseason coaches poll number 1. Carthage was picked to finish 2nd, and Carroll was picked to finish 3rd. So the Pioneers, a bit of a surprise at 4-0. Again, traveling to the University of Chicago, also 4-0 tonight. 2 teams undefeated in conference play. Lambert now with the ball for Augustana. A chance to go up 7. We're under 6 minutes to play here in the first half. Mark Kruger, delighted to have you logged on to BlueJayTV.com. Ashley Liljeberg running the controls. Languish coming out from behind the cage, curling around, trying to get an angle. Her shot was deflected, and it'll go out of bounds. Vikings restarted here. Goldcamp comes around. Passes it up here to the point. Lambert. Nothing there for Lambert, and she will retreat. Looking for someone to flash in the crease area, but nobody there. Now it's Claire Kim with the ball. Now some movement by the Vikings offensively. Another shot on goal, that time by Languish. And it'll be Augustana to restart it here. 4:48 left. High pass over the stick of Kim. Ball down to the ground. It's going to be picked up by the Vikings. Shot clock down to 3. Petrie went into the crease area, and I don't think she caught it, but it went into the goal. So a goal for Augustana. Here, let's take another look at it here. You'll see number 10, Cassidy Petrie, into the crease area. Did she catch it and shoot it? There's the flash. And I don't think she ever possessed the ball. Yeah, they're giving it to Madison Languish. So Madison Languish with her second goal of the night. It's now 9-2. For Languish, it's her 34th goal of the season. This goal coming with 4:35 to play. It went right by Petrie, so Languish will get credit for the goal. 9-2 in favor of the Vikings. And again, the Blue Jays are playing so tough out there. Here's Mertland. Oh, and she goes down. And the ball pops out of her stick, but the whistle, and it's going to go to the Blue Jays. Again, Elmhurst is down 1. They started the game with just 11 players. Of course, Augustana with the 12 starters. So no reserves for the Blue Jays. Oh, a nice pass and a shot by Mertland, but a nice save by Foreman. We got a whistle now. What's the call? Looks like Foreman is a bit shaken up after the save. Mertland made a nice cut and a really nice shot on. Okay, now we're a 8-meter situation here for Andrea Mertland. Chance for her to pick up her 10th goal of the season. Mertland comes up, shoots, and scores. So Mertland indeed picks up her 10th goal of the season. And it's now 9-3. Comes with 3 minutes and 57 seconds to play here in this first half.
Goal, Blue Jays. Score by number 15, Andy Mertland.
So the third goal of the night for the Blue Jays comes from Mertland, Sheppy, and Vanoni with the other goals for the Blue Jays. So it's 9-3. Boy, again, looking ahead to next year. Again, the Blue Jays with just 2 seniors this year, Cassandra Perez and Rosita Hepperly. So if Gracie Eastman can get healthy, and she would come back for a full season, you certainly want to revolve your offense around Gracie, but you're going to have most of these players coming back here. Salmon, the goalkeeper, is just a sophomore. Sanis, who is in goal tonight, is just a freshman. Vanoni is just a freshman. Mertland is only a freshman, so the future looks pretty good here for the Blue Jays and interim head coach Maria Trevino. Trevino with a nice college career at Illinois Benedictine University. Played all 4 years there. Team MVP and the team captain as well over there in Lisle. Here's Claire Kim now on the attack for Augustana. Vikings leading by 6, 9-3. Petrie comes in the crease area, defended nicely. Gets off the shot. Sanis with the deflection into the hands of Mertland. And a whistle, and it's going to be... Mertland is still trying to figure out what the call is. She does not want to give the ball up, but she finally gives it up. It'll be Vikings ball here. Under 3 minutes remaining in this first half. Lambert, number 12, has it now, and she'll have it on the restart. Sheppy defending her. And now it's going to be Languish. She'll bring it behind the net. Vikings by 6, 9-3. 2.5 minutes remaining. First half. Petrie makes the move. Petrie shoots. Sanis with a save down on the ground. And a whistle. And looks like it's going to be a goal, I believe, right? By the Vikings? Yes. Augustana goal coming here with 2:20 remaining in this first half. See if we can take a look and who scored it there. Was it Petrie? In any event, there's 2:20 left. It's 10-3 now in favor of Augustana. 2:20 left in this first half. Well, they still have 9-3 up on the scoreboard. I think the officials are waiting for them to change the score. There's a fresh 90 on the shot clock. There's 2:20 left in the game. Okay, there we go. Now we got the score right, 10-3. Tried to get a player who scored that goal. I thought it was Petrie. If it was Petrie, that would have been her fourth goal of the night. Try to clarify that for you. Mertland and Languish on the draw control here. So you got to give these Blue Jays credit. They are battling down a person. They started this game with just 11 players. Mertland comes out with the draw control victory. Mertland weaving, pivots. Boy, she wants to take the shot, but she just cannot get it off as she flips it off to Vanoni. Vanoni to Sheppy. Kendall makes the move, and she lost it. Ball down on the ground. Sheppy went down on the ground as well. Almost picked up by Jalissa Diaz, and instead it's Augustana that comes away with it. Ball down. Mertland picks it up for the Blue Jays. Mertland now at the point. Pivots. Nothing there, and she'll flip it off to Sheppy. And now it's Vanoni. Vanoni takes the shot, and the save nicely done by Foreman. Rachel has done a nice job in goal tonight for Augustana. Just over a minute remaining here in this first half. Augie by 7. 10-3, the Vikings in possession of it. Dead sprint right up the middle there by Petrie. And Petrie ultimately lost it now. The ball's down on the ground. And it's going to be picked up by Sheppy. Nice job by Sheppy as she flips it to Mertland. Mertland on the sprint right up the middle. And Mertland will give it up here to Sheppy. Dropped it, picked it up off the turf. After one bounce. Back to Mertland here with 27 seconds left to play in the first half. Shot clock turned off and the ball gets loose and it's picked up by Augie. 17 seconds to go in the half. Can the Vikings get off a decent shot here? Up ahead to Petrie. Petrie in open space. One defender for the Blue Jays. She pivots, turns. Trying to get off a shot. She cannot. Gives it off, and taking the shot was Kyla Painter at the buzzer. And do they score the goal? They do. So Painter got it off before the horn sounded, and so it is 11-3 in favor of Augustana here at halftime. We'll take a timeout, come back with the third period as you are logged on to BlueJayTV.com.
For nearly 150 years, Elmhurst College prepared students for lives of meaning and success. Today, as Elmhurst University, we're carrying on that proud legacy. A beautiful campus just 30 minutes from downtown Chicago. Small classes where you'll get to know your professors. And top-ranked majors and graduate programs that will open the door to the career of your dreams. As we celebrate a new name for our institution in an ever-changing world, our values and spirit remain the same. Welcome to Elmhurst University.
Are you ready for one of life's greatest adventures? You'll find one at Elmhurst University. The Elmhurst experience is getting to know each other.
We know this is the biggest step of your life so far, but we are here to take it with you.
Much like life, your college years will be full of adventure. The best part is, we're here to guide you through it all.
I knew as soon as I stepped on Elmhurst campus that this was going to be my home for the next 2 years. It sounds so cheesy, but it's so true. You just know.
As you move through the application process, you'll become best friends with your advisors. They will help you answer questions about financial aid, scholarships, campus life, and class schedules.
Elmhurst will call me every week about the financial aspect of it and about helping me see which credits would transfer over. Just believe what you see because the people really care about you here.
The college search is all about finding the right fit. And by the time you arrive on campus, we're confident you will feel like one of us.
When I was looking at other colleges, it just didn't feel like people cared and wanted you there the same way that when you came to Elmhurst. They just really wanted you to be there and to learn and grow, and I felt like I would be comfortable coming here.
The Elmhurst experience is joining our Blue Jay family for life. Our Blue Jay family welcomes you with open arms. This is a place where you belong and are comfortable to be yourself.
What we promise to do is to create the learning environment for you that allows you to feel like you belong, that allows you to feel like you can be your best self here.
When you get here, the fun begins. Orientation and move-in days are campus-wide celebrations. Classes start, and you'll begin to form your Elmhurst network right away.
The goal of First Year Seminar is to make the transition from high school to college as smooth as possible. It's an instantaneous way to have a niche at Elmhurst.
Being a place of welcome, a place of belonging, that every student at Elmhurst belongs not just in college, but at Elmhurst specifically.
Anything you need, we're here to help. Because that's what family does.
I could just tell that there was that sense of community, and it just feels so natural and like a home. Obviously, the teachers and the professors and everything that we have here for education is amazing, but it's how I feel here that makes it even better.
The Elmhurst experience is learning from the best. The academic programs of Elmhurst make the country's best of lists every year. Choose from 70 majors and 15 pre-professional programs, or challenge yourself intellectually in our honors program.
The honors program helped me understand the real-life impact of what I was learning in the classroom by actually taking me there.
Another important opportunity for our students is to be able to do research and then be able to present their research at national conferences.
We believe that relationships between our students and our faculty and staff is at the core of the experience here. We place a great emphasis on being partners in our students' success stories and in their educational experience. And we feel that that's the best way to experience education and to be transformed, is to feel like you're on this path, but you're not alone.
You can trust us to prepare you for relevant, emerging careers in our evolving world.
One of the other benefits of an interdisciplinary degree is that you have access to the faculty and to the departments across the campus. So rather than being just in one primary department, suddenly you have faculty and mentors from art and from English and from computer science.
The Elmhurst experience is exploring your passions outside the classroom. Elmhurst is more than a place to get a great education. It's where you can have a great time. Explore more than 100 student activities, clubs, and organizations.
So I've been involved in lots of student groups on campus. It's a really fun way to meet people, but also to give back.
Check out a game or two. With 20 NCAA Division III teams, there's plenty to choose from.
I ran at Elmhurst. During that time, I studied abroad in 7 different countries. I think that really speaks to the Elmhurst experience. There are ways to be involved on campus. There's ways to still compete at a high level, but I was still able to do some things because I went to a place like Elmhurst that supported me to go and see the world and do other cool things as well.
The Elmhurst experience is preparing for the future.
We believe that a strong liberal arts foundation, enhanced by professional preparation, will best educate our students as citizens and leaders.
Our campus resources help you to be the best student you can be and land the best career opportunity in your chosen field. Your time with us is designed to prepare you for a rewarding life after graduation.
When students go on to graduate and go on to live amazing lives and do things personally and professionally, their fingerprints are still all over this institution.
We know your Elmhurst experience will be iconic because it's customized for you and by you. So the question is, what will your Elmhurst experience be?
Defend yourselves. Make yourselves known. Always.
Welcome back to Langhorst Field as we are just about ready for the third period. 11-3 in favor of Augustana here at halftime. Elmhurst and Augustana women's lacrosse CCIW battle. Glad to have you logged on to BlueJayTV.com. My name is Mark Kruger. First half numbers. That 10th goal for Augustana was actually deflected in by a Blue Jay player, but Cassidy Petrie was the closest Viking to that, so she will get credit for the goal. So Petrie has 4 goals in that first half. Kyla Painter has a pair. Claire Kim has 2 goals as well, along with Madison Languish. She has 2 goals as well. Narita Lambert has a goal for the Vikings. Meanwhile, the 3 Blue Jays to score in that first half. Kendall Sheppy scoring the very first goal. Then it was Jack Vanoni. And finally, Andy Mertland scoring the third goal with 3:57 to play in that first half. So, third period of action is underway, and that draw control won by Narita Lambert and the Vikings. First half numbers, shots by period. Augie won the first period 10-7 in shots, and the Vikings won the second period 11-6 in shots. Saves, Savannah Sanis had 4 saves in that first half for the Blue Jays. Meanwhile, Rachel Foreman had 5 saves, the Augie goalkeeper, in the first half. Here's Kim splitting the Blue Jay defenders, losing the ball, picked it right back up though. Draw controls, pretty even. Augustana had 8 draw control victories. The Blue Jays had 7 in that first half. 2 yellow cards, Michaela Armstrong and Rosita Hepperly each had a yellow. Kendall Sheppy, a green card in that first half. Possession here for the Vikings. Stepping out was Lambert. Lambert gets it to Kim. Kim goes in and scores. Third goal of the night for Kim. It is her 26th goal of the season. And it's now 12-3 in favor of Augustana. Comes early on here in this third period. Just 13 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. So a minute 15 into the period, and it's now 12-3. By the way, while we got a shot here, a chance during the entire lacrosse season, both the women and the men's season, special shout out to Glenn Briddick, the athletic director here at Elmhurst University, Matt Hoffey, the director of athletic communications, and Drea Cannon, the athletic communications grad assistant. Drea working as the PA announcer here tonight. We want to thank her and everybody. Drea providing us with the stats and the rosters and the game notes all season long. We want to thank her and everybody involved here at Elmhurst University. Petrie losing it on the spin move in the crease area, and it's picked up there by MC Brown. Also special thanks this season to Ashley Liljeberg, who is working the controls tonight, and her dad Glenn, the executive producer. Also Greg Rosel and Phil Petrozik also working during this lacrosse season. We want to thank everybody for their hard efforts here during the lacrosse season. Petrie pivots. Boy, that was a hard pivot. There's some contact there. Ball down to the ground. Sheppy picked it up here for the Blue Jays. Sheppy cradling it nicely as she crosses midfield. And now makes the move to the middle. Now finally gives it up. And it's picked up, dropped, and recovered by Vanoni. Blue Jays glaring right into the sun. Setting there in the west. Mertland gets cut off. Shot clock, plenty of time on the shot clock, 52 seconds. And it looks like Mertland will pass it off to Vanoni behind the cage, and she does. Vanoni, tough angle there, picked up by Augustana. Ball down on the ground in the crease area, picked up, and now finally a whistle, and it's rewarded to the Vikings. Nice pass quickly ahead. Here's Languish on the dead sprint. Veers off to the left a little bit. Now takes the shot a bit high, just over the crossbar. And it'll go to the Blue Jays here. It'll be Sanis, the goalkeeper. Flips it over to the far side. And the Blue Jays work it that way. As I mentioned, it's been a tough year for the Blue Jays, but boy, it's tough when you're without your leading scorer, Gracie Eastman. Going to have a lot of players back, however, for next year. Just 2 seniors, Cassandra Perez and Rosita Hepperly, on this year's Blue Jays team. Vanoni takes the shot, and it's going to roll out of bounds, and this one should go to the Vikings. Oh, no, they're going to give it to the Blue Jays here, so that shot may have been deflected a little bit. Ten and a half minutes remaining here in this third period. It's the Vikings by 9, 12-3. Augustana led at the end of the first period by a score 5-1. Shot and a goal by Kendall Sheppy. For Sheppy, it is her 5th goal of the year, her 2nd goal of the night. It's now 12-4. Comes with 10 minutes and 13 seconds left to play in the third period. Sheppy's 2nd goal of the night. Her first goal came with just under 2 minutes to play in the opening period. That was the Blue Jays' first goal of the night. Vikings outscoring the Blue Jays in the second period 4-2 to take a 9-3 lead. A 6-2 advantage in the second period to take an 11-3 lead into the locker room. And now each team scoring a goal here in the third. Claire Kim for Augustana, Kendall Sheppy scoring a goal for the Blue Jays. And now it's Augustana. Here's Petrie on the spin. Petrie gives it up to Kim. Kim takes the shot. Sanis with the save. Nice save by Savannah. Again, both Savannah and Karina Salmon, your 2 main goalkeepers this year, will be back next year. Sanis just a freshman. Salmon is a sophomore. Salmon not playing tonight for the Blue Jays. Marissa Masato not playing tonight, along with Eastman not playing tonight for the Blue Jays. Again, I mentioned earlier, here's Sheppy now on the move. The dead sprint, the shot, and another goal for Sheppy. As she goes down after the shot, but it went into the back of the net, and the hat trick tonight for Kendall Sheppy. So back-to-back goals by Sheppy. It's now 12-5. This one coming with 9 minutes and 18 seconds to play. Here's another look at it. You'll see Sheppy take the shot, and now the contact, and Sheppy goes down. So unassisted goal for Kendall Sheppy, her 3rd goal of the night, and it's now 12-5. And there's no quit in the Blue Jays here tonight. Boy, that was a tough goal for Kendall Sheppy. Again, we'll see her on the basketball court next year. By the way, this just in, new women's head basketball coach here at Elmhurst University just announced. Jason Pruitt is the new women's basketball coach. He is the 15th head coach in the Elmhurst University women's history. So congratulations and welcome Jason Pruitt, your new women's head basketball coach. Of course, Mike Murray is the new head football coach here at Elmhurst University. Susan Foster, the new women's soccer coach here at Elmhurst. And we'd like to welcome all of 3 of those head coaches to the Elmhurst University family. We wish them and their respective teams much luck. 8:40 left to play here in this third period here from Langhorse Field. Final game of the season for the Blue Jays. Down 12-5 here, 8.5 left in the third. Whistle, and the ball is going to be rewarded to the Vikings. Ooh, that one hit a Viking player. Looked like right in the chest area. Ball down on the ground. Possessed finally by Hepperly. Here's Sheppy already with the 3 goals. Tried to shovel it off to Vanoni. Finally now into the stick of Jack. Venoni giving it up. Ball down on the crease area right in front of Foreman. Ball going to the Vikings. Scooped up that time by Languish. Here comes Madison down the field. Madison passes it up ahead. Ooh, down on the ground. Wiegman. She picked it right back up, though. Wiegman gets pushed out of that crease area. Nice defense there by MC Brown. Wiegman now giving it up. Here's Painter. Double teamed. Painter lost control of it. Tried to get picked up by Perez, and a whistle, and the ball will be going to the Blue Jays here as Perez shovels it to Sanis, the goalkeeper. Sanis to MC Brown. MC Brown on the dead sprint. Passing it off to Venoni. Venoni on a dead sprint as well. Stops and pivots. Turns into a double team. And now gives it up to the point to Mertland. Sheppy now in possession. Boy, offensively, the Blue Jays just seem a little bit sharper, even though they're playing with just 11 players tonight than previous games. Although they give the ball up here, they turn it over to Augustana. Here's Lambert now in possession. She crosses midfield, looking around for teammates. She's got Languish to her right. And now she'll stop at the point area. Lambert, fake the pass. Now indeed pass it off. It's deflected nicely by Perez, and it's scooped up by MC Brown. Brown on the dead sprint. Boy, she's one of the faster players out there on the field. MC cradling it so the defender Painter cannot get to it. Painter shoves down MC Brown. And that's going to be a push, and Painter's going to have to sit down here. So a penalty against Painter, the push from behind. And now because Elmhurst was down a man, they only started with 11 players, so now they're basically even now. Sheppy now with the ball with the 3 goals tonight. See if she can get a 4th one here. Sheppy flips it off to Venoni. Ball down on the ground, and Venoni possesses it. Nice little spin move by Venoni. Shot is wide and to the left. Under 5 minutes remaining here in the third. And now Venoni, she's going to get a card, it looks like. She comes out. And now, ultimately, it looks like there's a timeout on the field. Indeed, a timeout. Here with 4 minutes and 56 seconds remaining here in this game. It's interesting. Augustana at home this season is just 2-6. But away from Rock Island, they're 3-1. Road victories against IIT, Spalding, and Franklin. These two teams, Augustana and Elmhurst, 2 common opponents in non-conference games. Both of these 2 teams have played Franklin and Marion. The Blue Jays lost at Marion on March 10th, 12-1. Meanwhile, Augustana also losing to Marion at home on March 25th, 16-6. Franklin, if you recall, was here at Langhorse Field on April 1st, and the Blue Jays lost to Franklin 20-11. That was the game that Gracie Eastman scored the 6 goals. Augie also played Franklin at Franklin, and the Vikings defeated Franklin by a score of 20-10. Again, the Vikings will have one more game this Saturday, a 2 o'clock opening draw control up in Waukesha against Carroll. So Augustana can play the role of a spoiler. Carroll, again, is taking on University of Chicago tonight. Big game there. Both two teams undefeated in the CCIW. Both teams 4-0 heading into that game. Overall, Carroll is 12-2. University of Chicago is 11-2. So a big ball game there tonight. Interim head coach Maria Trevino. The head coach for Augustana, C.J. Holder. Coach Holder was named the third head coach in the history of Augustana women's lacrosse in July of 2016. In her first season, which was 2017, she led the Vikings to an 11-7 record and also an undefeated CCIW record of 6-0. How about that? She was the league's Coach of the Year back in 2017. Took over this Augustana program after a 2-year stint at Hanover College in Hanover, Indiana. Started the Panthers program from scratch. She played 4 years at Division I school, NCAA Division I, University of Maryland, Baltimore County. All conference honors before graduating in 2011. With a degree in biological studies, and she's done a nice job as the head coach of these Augustana Vikings. Trying to get their 6th win of the season, currently 5-7 overall. They've got a 7-goal advantage here, 12-5, with just under 5 minutes to play here in the third period. I mentioned Augustana coming off of that 15-8 loss to North Central College on Saturday. Madison Languish had 5 goals for Augustana in that game. Cassidy Petrie added 3 goals for the Vikings in that loss against the Cardinals. Petrie having a 4-goal night here tonight against the Blue Jays, and they want a new 90-second shot clock, and they are granted it. Vikings now with the ball. Languish at the point after the 5-goal game on Saturday. Dropped it, lost it. MC Brown picks it up here for the Blue Jays. MC on the dead sprint. Passes it off to Hepperly, the senior. In open space, and now she stops and she'll wait for the rest of the offense to come up. Fellow senior Cassandra Perez now coming up to the right of Hepperly. See what Hepperly decides to do. Pass it into the crease area. It's non-possessed. Now it's finally picked up by Augustana. Rachel Wiley in possession of it. Wiley passed it ahead to Lambert, but Lambert ran into Sheppy, and it went down on the ground. Languish now picks it up, throws it ahead. Augie has the numbers here. Claire Kim takes the shot, and did it get... Well, I think we got a whistle before the shot attempt by Kim. It's going to go against the Blue Jays, so it'll be Augustana ball here on the restart. They'll start it behind the... Well, okay, they're going to give a free shot here to Claire Kim. Free penalty shot. Claire Kim cannot get it. Petrie had it, lost it. Still nobody has possessed it, and it's Perez that comes up with it for the Blue Jays. Well, now it's a whistle, and what's the call? Call coming from the far side, and looks like it's gonna go to the Blue Jays. Yeah, that's Michaela Armstrong on the restart here for Elmhurst. Blue Jays with the ball, trailing by 7. 2:37 left here in the third. Again, the final game of the year for the women's lacrosse team here at Elmhurst. Final game of the regular season for the men's team will be this Saturday. Coach Morrell and his Blue Jays travel down south to Kentucky to take on Transylvania University Saturday afternoon. Final regular season game for the men's team. Blue Jays now in possession. Well, now it's down in the ground. And does it go out of bounds? And the answer is yes. It will go to Augustana here with just over 2 minutes remaining here in the third. Sun setting, the lights starting to take full effect here at Langhorst Field. Ball gets into the middle to Claire Kim. Kim across midfield. Languish to her right, does not pass it to her, instead passes it to Painter. Kyla, pressure from behind by Mertland, and the whistle. And so Painter will restart it here. Passes it off here to the near wing to Languish. No movement offensively here for Augustana. Lambert now gets into the crease area, spins. Lambert takes the shot, and it's wide to the left, scooped up by Painter. Augustana retains possession here. Pass deflected by MC Brown, recovered by Augie. Here's Claire Kim now. Whoop, she intended to pass it, but it just flew out of her stick and into the hands of Cassandra Perez. Perez's pass deflected. Armstrong, though, scoops it up for the Blue Jays. Michaela dropped it, and a whistle, and the ball is going to go to the Blue Jays. Armstrong on the restart. Gets it across midfield, scoops it up to Perez. Perez pass intended for Vanoni, down on the ground. And it's Mertland that comes up with it for the Blue Jays. 27 seconds to go here in the third. Mertland pivots. Can't get off a shot. Now she finally does, and it's wide. 18 seconds to go in the third. Blue Jays with the ball trailing by 7, but playing tough. Again, starting the game with just 11 players. And that will do it. That is the end of the third period with Augustana leading it by 7, 12-5. We'll take a break. Come back for the fourth period. You're logged on to BlueJayTV.com.
You just might end up making the world a better place. But first, you have to discover who you are and what you can learn from others. To do that, you have to seek out teachers and mentors who will help you identify your goals and challenge you to go after them. Before you can do that, you have to find a community that welcomes and supports you. A place where you can learn, a place where you can thrive. Before you can do that, you must have motivation and desire to improve your mind, your soul, your circumstances. To ignite that desire, you must find your potential. We'll help you discover your potential once you discover us. Elmhurst University.
For nearly 150 years, Elmhurst College prepared students for lives of meaning and success. Today, as Elmhurst University, we're carrying on that proud legacy. A beautiful campus just 30 minutes from downtown Chicago. Small classes where you'll get to know your professors. And top-ranked majors and graduate programs that will open the door to the career of your dreams. As we celebrate a new name for our institution in an ever-changing world, our values and spirit remain the same. Welcome to Elmhurst University.
And welcome back to Langhorst Field on the campus of Elmhurst University as we get ready for the final 15 minutes of the season for the women's lacrosse team of Elmhurst University as they are taking on the Augustana Vikings. Mark Krieger, delighted to have you logged on to BlueJayTV.com. I want to thank you for logging on not only tonight but all season long for both the women's lacrosse team and Coach Morrell's men's lacrosse team. After tonight, we'll take a bit of a break for the rest of the spring and the summer and be back for fall football. Blue Jay schedule has yet to been announced yet, but I know the defending national champion North Central College Cardinals will come to town. That'll be a lot of fun whenever a defending national champion comes to town. Of course, the Blue Jays and their new head coach, Mike Murray. Coach Murray solidifying his coaching staff. And we wish him the best of luck, along with Susan Foster, the new women's soccer coach, and Jason Pruitt, the new women's basketball head coach here at Elmhurst University. So it's Mertland and Languish on the draw control here to start this fourth period. The Blue Jays actually won that third period, outscoring Augustana 2-1. A couple of goals by Kendall Sheppy, the sophomore attacker. And the only goal for Augustana in that third period was by senior midfielder Claire Kim. So it's 12-5 as we head into the fourth. Two officials are looking around. Now we've got the thumbs up and we are ready to go here. Languish and Mertland on the draw control to start the final 15 minutes, and it's won by Augustana. Sanis has been in goal all game long for Elmhurst. Rachel Foreman, the senior, has been in goal all game tonight for Augustana. Here's Claire Kim now on the near wing. Works it to the point area. Coming up trying to set the screen was Lambert, and now we got a whistle here. It's going to go against the Blue Jays here. So an opportunity here for Augustana. Free position shot here. And the save by Sanis. But Augustana has the ball. Sanis covers up for the Blue Jays. Trying to outlet to her right. Now she looks left. Now she'll go behind the cage. Trying to create some space. And now she flipped it off to Sheppy, who lost it down on the ground. Sheppy tried to pick it back up. She could not possess it. Augustana has it. That's Madison Languish. So the Blue Jays cannot clear it. Languish with the ball. Augie leading by 7. 12-5. A minute and a half gone by here in this final period. Here at the point is Lambert. Augustana looking to be patient here. Lambert trying to work around a screen. MC Brown on her now. Lambert gives it off. Oh, a nice pass. Wide open in the crease area was Languish, but she couldn't hold on to it. She had a pretty good catch and shoot situation. Pass now ahead to Armstrong. Armstrong on the dead sprint. Peeks over her right shoulder. And Armstrong will hold it up at the point here for the Blue Jays as she flips it over to Hepperly. Back up to the point to Michaela Armstrong. Blue Jays with the ball, trailing by 7. 12-5. Armstrong makes the move. Nothing there. Flips it back to the point to Hepperly. Rosita surveying the situation here. And now she's looking for some help. Right behind her is Jalissa Diaz. Now Diaz flanks her to the right. Hepperly still holding. Shot clock down to 30. Hepperly on the move, dropped it, scooped it right back up. Blue Jays not in a hurry here. Mertland now, shot clock down to 20. Mertland still in possession, shot clock down to 12. Mertland has it down on the ground. Mertland goes down in a push, and it's going to go to the Blue Jays here with 5 on the shot clock. Mertland's going to have to get it off here, and the shot there is a shot clock violation. So the Blue Jays turn it over. Augie with the ball now. Just over 11 minutes left to play here in this one. Petrie almost scooping it up off the ground. Ball is down, and who's got it? Perez and Petrie battling for it. Oh, it goes right, conveniently, right into the stick of Languish. Madison makes the move, comes off here to the near wing area, and it looks like she'll walk it behind the cage here. 10:40 left to play in this game. So it looks like the Vikings will get their first conference win of the season. If they hold on to win, they would go to 1-4 in the CCIW and 6-7 overall, with a chance to get to the 500 mark on Saturday. Elmhurst, if they would not have a miraculous comeback, would drop to 0-11, 0-5 in the CCIW. That's how their season would end. MC Brown here on the near side. Continuing to cradle it across midfield. Brown centering it to Vanoni. Nice catch by Vanoni. Vanoni off balance shot wide to the right. Armstrong scoops it up here for the Blue Jays. Now check that. That was Koslovich that has it. Koslovich still with it, dropped it, and it's picked up by Augustana. Ball down on the ground, and it's going to be a foul against the Blue Jays. So it'll be Vikings ball here to restart it. Vikings moving it up quickly here. Under 9 minutes remaining. It's Claire Kim tossing it into the crease area. Pass intended for Melanie Wiegman, and now we got a whistle. The outside official comes in with the call. Dave Mattis, the official, making the call. It's Augie's ball. Wiegman now in possession. Wiegman flips it back to Lambert. 40 seconds left on the shot clock. Ball down on the ground. Sheppy, I believe, has it for the Blue Jays. She tried to get it ahead to Vanoni. At midfield, Vanoni scoops it up. Vanoni ahead of a couple of Viking defenders. Stops and pivots. Vanoni with a chance here. She shoots off the left upright, I believe. Mertland has it now. Mertland takes the shot off the crossbar. Oh, my. And now Augustana with the ball. Oh, man. Couple of great opportunities. So close for the Blue Jays. And now it's Petrie on the attack for Augustana. Petrie with 4 goals tonight. Spins. Ooh, I thought she was going to take the shot. Instead, it's a whistle and a push against MC Brown. Free position situation here for Cassidy Petrie as she looks for her 5th goal of the night. It comes with 7 minutes remaining in the game. Free position. Petrie, and it's deflected. Sanis. Oh, she couldn't cover it up. Petrie snatches it away from Sanis. Petrie looking into the crease area. Nobody there. Now a flash. Petrie still in possession. I think Petrie wants to take the shot here. She's still holding. Now she's walking it up here to the point area. Fake pass. Boy, 6.5 minutes left already. Wiegman lost it, and she picks it right back up on the far wing. Wiegman works it behind the cage. Boy, this has been a scoreless fourth period here. 12-5, the score remains. Augustana led 5-1 at the end of one, led 11-3 at halftime, and they led 12-5 at the end of three, and that's where we're at right now with under 6 minutes to play here in this fourth period. See if the Blue Jays can get one more goal in the game and in the season here. Here's Perez. Crosses midfield for the Blue Jays. Perez centering it to Vanoni. Pressure by Wiley. Ball down in the ground. It's going to be scooped up by Goldcamp. Augie in possession now. 5:27 left. Blue Jays are just going to get a couple more opportunities to score. Here's Goldcamp still in possession. Working the far wing. Now she comes into the close to the crease area and she has it stolen. MC Brown comes out of the pack with it. Brown crosses midfield. Straight up the middle with those long strides. Puts it down on the ground, picks it right back up. MC with a nice spin. Shoots. And the save. That time by Foreman. Wow, a long run that time by MC Brown. She did get off the shot. A shot on goal, but Foreman was there to make the save. A lot of steps by MC Brown on that play. And the shot by Vanoni. Oh, it's not going to count. A crease violation, I believe. So the score remains 12-5. It's Augustana ball. Here's Claire Kim coming out with it. Boy, that was a great chance there by Vanoni. Well, now they turn it over. Here's Mertland. Mertland straight up the middle. See if Mertland, well, it's poked away down on the ground and a whistle, and it's going to be Mertland now on the free position shot. Mertland steps up. Well, now they're waiting for the whistle. And the ball is going to be rewarded to the Vikings here. Augustana ball. Petrie now crosses midfield. 3:42 left. Petrie, the Naperville North product, stops at the point. And that pass, not sure who that was intended for, but it's going to be scooped up by the Vikings. 3:22 remaining in the season for the Blue Jays. Well, I mentioned earlier, it's a tough year. The Blue Jays are not going to win a game this season, but I tell you what, they've got a lot of people coming back. Let's hope that Gracie Eastman can be healthy, the leading scorer for the Blue Jays this season. Petrie makes the move, knocked away. And a goal. First goal of the fourth period by Augustana, and it's now 13-5. It comes with 2 minutes and 52 seconds to play. The goal was scored by Madison Languish. And for Madison, that is her third goal of the night. And for Madison, that is her 35th goal of the season. And that makes it 13-5 with 2:52 left. First goal of this fourth period coming from Madison Languish. 5'2" freshman from West Hills, California. Went to Chaminade High School in California. Mertland and Languish on the draw control now. Oh, check that. Petrie took the draw control. Blue Jays winning it. Ooh, going down. Mertland, she goes down. She's going to have some warrior marks on her knees after that one. Yeah, you can see her. She's gutting it out here. Again, no reserves for the Blue Jays as they started this game with just 11 players. And they have gutted it out here tonight. Restart here now for Mertland. Yeah, she can't wait to get this thing over, get some ice on those knees. 2:27 left. Mertland is going to walk it behind the cage. Well, now she pops out into the crease area, takes the shot and scores. How about that? Mertland looked like she was going to nonchalantly walk it behind the cage, and then she's like, well, I'm going to trick these guys and sprint out in front of the crease area. Watch it right here. Watch Mertland. She's going to kind of lull everyone to sleep as she walks and walks and walks. Now she sprints into the crease area and gets it by Foreman. Nice job by Mertland, her 10th goal of the season. So she is in double digits for the year. So that's good to see that the Blue Jays can get another goal, and that makes it 13-6 with 2:15 remaining. Yeah, Mertland is only a freshman. She's from Grand Rapids, Michigan, 5'4" midfielder. She is going to be called upon to score quite a bit next year along with Eastman. And the violation against Augustana. So it's going to be Blue Jay ball here. Mertland straight up the middle, looking for back-to-back goals here. Gets into the crease area. Oh, she dropped it, though. She was ready to shoot, and it went down on the turf. Mertland looking for back-to-back goals. Under 2 minutes remaining. Sheppy flashes into the crease area. Nobody found her. But now she has it on the far wing. Sheppy takes the shot and the save by Foreman. And it's going to be Augustana ball. Foreman. And that ball is going to be picked off by Perez. Cassandra Perez, the senior, passes it to the middle to Shauna Koslovich, but she couldn't come up with it. There is a whistle, and the ball's going to go to the Vikings. 1:04 left, and that might be it as far as shots on goal for the Blue Jays. Well, now they get it back here now. Mertland, double team. She goes down at midfield. Boy, it's been a rough last couple of minutes for Mertland. But she's got it now in the restart. And she flips it to the far wing to Sheppy. Over her stick, though. Sheppy trying to track it down. She does scoop it off the turf. Half a minute remaining. Sheppy at the point. Into the crease area, and taking a shot was Vanoni. Not a lot of velocity on that one. An easy catch for Foreman. Foreman still holding with 12 seconds to go in the game. And Foreman can just kind of walk this one out. Which looks to be what she's doing. 5 seconds to go. Final seconds winding down. And your final score here from Langhorst Field, 13-6 in favor of the Augustana Vikings. So the Vikings pick up their first conference win of the season. They are now 1-4 in league play. The Vikings now 6-7 overall. A chance to get to the 500 mark on Saturday against Carroll. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays fall to 0-11 on the year and winless in the CCIW. So I'd like to thank everybody who worked during the lacrosse season. Everybody here at Elmhurst University, especially we'd like to thank you for logging on to Blue Jay TV.com. Again, your final score here tonight, 13-6. Augustana with the victory. This is Mark Kruger, hoping you enjoy the rest of your night. So long, everybody.